Yeah, good morning, guys. Today we will be talking about the fusion structure and the creation of the lasers. lasers. So as I have already explained, you already aware, right? Like in fusion, we have the structure is like that. Like first we have the enterprise, and as unlike in EBS, we used to have the legal entity following the enterprise, but in fusion it is not like that. It is the legal entities following the ledgers. So after enterprise, you can see if there is any enterprises could have multiple ledgers or could have one ledgers per company also. And the ledgers will have a multiple legal entity. A legal entity is nothing but the legal employers, and where the tax registration will be registered, right? So you can see over here, as per that, though there are only one US ledger, but there are a multiple legal entities, and for different for one legal for one ledger there could be a one legal entities. So it is this is the way it has been designed. So being a technical consultant, we need to have understanding about the structure of the enterprises. And after that, legal entities, the comes is picture comes for the business unit, where basically the it's the main office where the business basically happen, like purchasing, buying, invoicing, taking the requisitions, sort of activities take place, is called as a business unit. So accounting business function or purchasing business function sort of activities take place at the business units. So even there could be a multiple business unit based on the legal entity, and the business unit will be attached to the legal entities, right? And when we come talks about the inventory orgs, so the inventory orgs are the places where you are keeping your finished goods, even the raw materials you are getting for your organization. Sometimes you will find the business units and the inventory orgs are on the same place, so their IDs will be almost same. So don't be confused with the business unit and with the inventory org. These two are two different entity. Hope you understand all these things. So quickly we'll go to the application and we'll start creating the ledgers. Yeah, so we understand, right? For creating any ledgers, what we have to do is we'll go to the setup and maintenance, manage implementation project first. We have created some projects, hope you remember. So I'll just these I'll just say like XXB. See, this is the project we have created. Let me open that project, and we have assigned the offering attached to this particular so financial is the only one we have attached, offering we have attached to this particular project, right? So let's click over here, and you can see other entity which will be inside it, which needs to be defined as a common configurations and all. So I'll be not going to look into each one of them. But what we can do is, because for creating the ledger, we what are the three C's are required? Basically four C's are required. One is a currency, one is a calendar, third is a chart of account, four is a accounting method, right? These are the four C's basically needed for creating the chart of account. So as let's see, let's here in the fusion, you don't need to remember the navigation. You just go to the task and say define currency, for an example, and you can you just go to that particular task. So you can see here, define currency. So mostly all the standard currencies are already defined. You can see here the calendar and the currency. You just go here, define currency. you can create your own currency. Okay, you can, so you can see here there are few other tasks like manage currency, manage conversion rate types, manage daily rates. So without creating the currency, you cannot do the conversion rate types, you cannot define conversion rate, you cannot define the daily rate. So it is always sequentially arranged, and where there is a star, it means those setups are mandatory. Okay, these all are a functional steps which I am talking right away. Okay, being a technical consultant, we just need to know, but we are not supposed to create these things. So these are the responsibility for a functional consultant. Hope you all understand. So one second, is anyone is waiting in the lobby? I think no. So we have already created the currency, but still we'll go to the task, and we'll see whether our currency is created or not. You remember we have XXB something. So you can see here plus sign from where we can create the currency. So this is the currency we have created last time. I'll just open this currency for you. But it is not enabled. Let it make it enabled. Okay. So you can see here, or you can create your own currency. For an example, let me create own. I'll just create one more. Okay. So it's simple to create. You just give, I'll just give XX B0 to currency. Okay. Test currency. But we don't need to define any currencies and all, because almost all currencies are already loaded as a part of the default setup. So we don't need to do much and all. Let's save and close. So we have created this currency. Right now, after creating the currency, we need to create the calendar, right? As a second step, as I have shown in this. Uh, so these are the basically steps we need to take care. Like first we need to create the, okay, here I'll need to mention actually. Let me tell you the steps what are required so that it is easy for us to remember. First currency or calendar, anything, currency, and then calendar, and after that chart of account. So once more second, I'll just put a chart of account here. COA. So in chart of account, basically, again, we need to follow these structures and all. And then we'll create the primary ledger. So basically, you can make it as a 1. This you can make as a 2. This you make it as a T, 3. And these all are till here. Okay. This you can make it as a 4, 5. Yeah, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can make it as 11. See, I'll be not going all these things, and 12. So these are the 12 steps you can create. Here I'll say 3A, 3B, I'll say 3C. Okay. So it is easy, which are a part of chart of account to create these segments, and also we'll do quickly. Okay. Yeah. Fine. So I'll send you these, like sequence. Let's understand from here. So first we have created a currency, right? Now let's understand how to create a calendar. So we know, right? Like calendars are again in a different ways. It decides upon the business how they can wanted to create. Like, are they going to follow quarterly or yearly or monthly and all these stuff? So again, it is a business decision which defines how this calendar will be created. We'll create a simple, or already we have created, but let's see whether it is there or not. XXB. Yeah, we
So
have created.
Ganesh, I have one question.
Yes, proceed.
So
So already we have created a calendar. Now let's, I'll create one more calendar. We have followed like 5 5 12. It's a quarterly, it seems. Okay, this is the latest PDF defined. So let me create one more time. XX B02. This time I'll say calendar. Okay, so that we can have a difference. So basically, it will be not a same name, definitely, and it is status, and I'm putting it as a month quarterly. So there will be a there will be a 4 quarter, right? So it will be four, basically total 5 calendar will be created, and the separator will be fine. Okay, period, number, fiscal. Okay, let it be like this, whatever, and adjust period once at the end year. Okay, so it will be a not 4, it will be a 5 calendar. Let's go to the next. Okay, start date could be, I'll just put as a, today's date. No, put as a 1st of February as a start date. Okay, and I'm not much sure about the budgetary control only. Might be the federal consultant have a better idea what does it mean. So you can see here, all are created February, and so 3 quarters, and the last is the adjustment one. So adjustment period is the only one at the end of the year we have selected, and let's save and close. So we have created currency, we have created calendar. Let's create chart of account. Yeah, done. Now you can see here chart of accounts, define chart of account. I don't need to go right to search chart of account. It is already available here. So I'll just click on here. And you can see the first step is to create the chart of account value set. As I said, right, for creating the, because when you will create the chart of account, basically, so we need to define the segment. So in segment, we need to assign the value set, right? So first we have to create the value set, and then we need to assign to that segment, right? So what we have decided is, like, we will be going to create a 3 segment, let me go here. We'll create a 3 segment. First segment for company, second segment for department, third segment will create for a account. Okay, it depends again upon the company, like how many segment they can create for their company. So segment is something which like for an example, for a Tata company, how many different types of companies Tata Group is having. So that many number of company they can create. Department, in each company, how many different departments they can create. Accounts mean how many different types of account they are managing inside their each department, right? So, and there could be a multiple, right, which we understand from the business aspect. So in EBS, it was a maximum 30 segment can be created, but even I have seen, like, most of the company goes for 7 to 8 segment, mostly they define. But again, it is completely on company's structure, and yeah, maximum 17 18 also I have seen where the company has created, but maximum 30 segment is allowed for creating a structure inside the company. So in our example, we will be only creating with the 3 segment. One is a company, one is a department, and third is a account. So accordingly, we'll create our value set. So let's create value sets right from the beginning. Though we have already covered this, but still we'll create this value set. So I'll say, like, this time as XXB. Um, what is that? As a company, right? So com. I'm just creating a value set. Just write to the number also. Same thing, and module, right? Because we are creating this for the general ledger module. So we'll choose accordingly the application so that it will follow. And then we'll have, we have a different types of value set, right? We all understand. Mostly in EBS also we have 8 different type of value set. Here we have only 6 different types of value sets. Okay, so we'll understand more detail about the value set when we'll have a value set session. At this point of time, we'll understand these are the different value set. I'm using the independent as of now, and then the validation type I'll choose as a character. Okay, and as soon as we have chosen this, we will talk about text. This the value set, the subtype should be a text, and the maximum length of this oh, why calendar is coming. Okay, wrong. Okay, now fine. So maximum length for the company, suppose for an example, I'll create a 10, 20, 10 for Tata Finance, 10 for 20 for Tata Infrastructure, 30 for Tata Steel, like that. So I'll choose as a, like, maximum length is 2 character, like 10, 20, 30, whatever, and the minimum value should be a 10 or whatever. It is just the default. So if you wanted to give a minimum and maximum, so 99 will be the maximum, right? Because we have given the maximum length as a 2. So let's save. See, it is currently in a disabled mode. As soon as I save it, it will become an enabled mode, because we have chosen the validation type as an independent. So we can choose provide the values to this value, but we will not provide value at this point of time, because after attaching this value set to the segment to the company, there are additional attribute or qualifier will get enabled. That is the reason I'm not going to fill any values to these value set as of now. Okay, I'll be close it, and we'll go ahead with the second type of value set. So yeah, so for our example, we have created a value set for the company. Let's create XXB department. Okay, this value set we are creating for the department, and again the same module. Again, I'll be choosing as an independent value set. I request you all to follow this tutorial and create today only, or whenever you find time. Okay, so that it is easy for you. So this should be like, what is the maximum length? I'll choose as a 3, because for 100, 200, 300, 500, like that, you can choose for the department and give the specific value to your department. Okay, so this is fine. Again, you can put a minimum and a maximum values. Let's move. Yeah, third I'll be creating as a XX B accounts. Okay, so this is the third value set for the third segment, and we'll choose the same module, and it's independent. You can choose a character. Let's have a text, and this should be a like a 4 letter, 4 maximum length will be a 4, like 1000, 2000, 3000, whatever the number of accounts you wanted to create, you can create it. Okay, I'll save and close. So we have created the value set. What is next? So next is here, you can see here. So first we have created a value set. Now we'll create the chart of account structure, right? So where, let's choose save and close. Now second is creating the chart of account structure, right? So chart of account structure will create, and we know, right, we have already flex fields are already defined by the system. Oracle has already defined the accounting flex field, and top of that we are going to create our chart of account, right? So this is the GL. You can see flex field, accounting flex field is already created, accounting flex field. So we just need to create the our chart of account over this template, over this flex field. So we'll go to the manage structure. Manage structure, right? I think it is created. I have already created a structure, but still I'll create new. So I'll say like XXB COA structure. Okay, just try to Yeah, description, let it be like this. Delimiter, we remember right now 100, like 10 delimiter, 100, same we are going to use delimiter, and 3000 whatever. In that way, as basically the COM mapping will come, chart of structure value will come. Okay, so now choose so we first will save before creating the segment. So let's save here, then it will become an enable. Really mind it. So just keep our mind. Now it is enabled as soon as we have created the saved this one. So again, we need to create. Next step is, you can see here. Now we have created the chart of account structure. Now I'm creating the segment. So these 3 segments we need to create, right? So you can see there are a lot of segment levels in EBS. It is called as a segment qualifiers for these segments. Now a structure segment code. So it is R like X6 B company in company. I'll make it as a new company. Okay, yeah, BN. Okay, BN company. So this basically help you to, whenever you are going to create any web services or reporting or any other integration while you will be doing, right? So this API name will be used to represent or connect to your chart of account. That is the meaning of API. Okay, and this is your chart of account name. I'll be keeping the same, and the sequences, like this is the first segment in our structure. So it is a segment 1, and the prompt I'll giving the same. And sort prompt also you can give whatever you want. It is enabled, and width, see mostly the segment length is 240 character or it is a 30 character. In EBS it is mostly it is, I don't remember, attributes are a 240 character that I remember, and segments mostly 30 or 240, I don't remember. So for the time being, I'll just giving the 30 character length you can have. There is nothing sort of called as a range over here. We are not going for high or low sort of steps here. And the column name, we can assign it as a segment 1, right? For this structure, the value will go and sit in this segment 1, and then we can choose our own value set which we have created. We have created a many X6B, I don't remember. Yeah, so this is the one we have created now, independent. I'll choose this. And right, we have to assign some segment levels, as I said. Accordingly, we have to choose the in EBS it was called as a qualifier, segment qualifiers. Then in Fusion it is called as a segment levels. So we need to assign some segment to this particular company structure. And so minimum 2 structure segment qualifier is needed. One is called as a primary what is that, primary segment, and second is called as a primary balancing segment, and second is called as a natural account segment. So these 2 are minimum required for any structure to be enabled in the whenever you are creating any structure. So for us, for our company, I'm choosing this as a primary balancing segment. Maybe the functional people will have a better detail to be provided why we are choosing primary balancing segment and all. What is the benefit, or what is the logic behind it. They will be having a better understanding. Just we need to understand, we need to choose a primary balancing segment for the company. Okay, I think yes, everything is given. Now let's move quickly. So we have created one structure. Let's create another segment. So we'll create 3 segment only, and this is your segment called as XX department, B department. Okay, same API name, already told you what is that, and name. Sequence should be a 2. Prompt I'll give the same. Sort name also I'll giving the same. Width again I'm giving a 30 width, because Yeah, for segment it is a 30, I remember. Could be mostly it is a 30, what I remember now. And then segment 2 will give for this to store, right? And we'll choose our value set. So it is XXB something. Yes, we'll choose the B department as a value set. See, still we have not provided the values for those value set. Okay, so still remember. And again, we need to attach the qualifier, because once we will attach the qualifier to this segment and this value set is attached to that segment, when we will be providing the values for this value set, you can see a extra, validation for while we will be providing the values, else you won't able to see any further details. So this I'm going to choose as a department segment already available. Okay, I'll go and save. Now quickly I'll create the third segment. Okay, XXB counts. What is the name is here? Description also let it give. So this is the 3 segment. Prompt also. Sort also. Okay, enabled. I hope I am giving the enabled. And this with size 30. Column names would be segment 3. Yeah. And the value set, let me choose our value set. V. No, what is the XXB something? No. Yeah, this is our value set we are choosing. And again, as I said, like minimum 2 should be required. One is a natural account segment. So I'll be assigning natural account segment for this. There could be a secondary balancing segment, tertiary balancing, third balancing segment. And there are many like management, future segment and all will be there. Okay. See, future segment, mostly 8 and 9 where used to be a future segment. Again, depends upon the business structures. So I'll be saving and close. All, like we have created the segment. What is, you can see here all the segments are created. Now what is the next step? Like we have created the structure. The third step is creating the structure instance, right? As we have already spoken. Done. So we have created the managed structure. Now, second thing, still we have not provided the values for those values. We'll provide after the deployment. Okay. So this next step is to create a managed structure instance. So what is this? Why not a structure? So I have already explained, like a structure instance is just like a, you are creating a duplicate structure. Why you are creating a duplicate structure means the base is, if suppose there are multiple ledgers, right? As you can see over here in this screenshot, we have created a chart of account structure here, and the same chart of account structure can also be used for Canada ledger or UK ledger. Okay, in case if it is running out or logged off, please joins back. So suppose I'm creating the chart of account structure here. The same can be utilized for Canada ledger or UK ledger also. The reason is here in Canada ledger or UK ledger, we will create an instance. So only one structure, but multiple instance will be created. And in instance, you can add or make changes or modify the instances, though it will be pointing to the parent ledger, but in the instance either you can add or delete, or you can make any changes, whether required, optional, or whatever you wanted to change. So what we are doing, we are utilizing the same structure but with a multiple instances. So that is where the instances is required. Let me create quickly. It's already there. So here I'll be creating the structures. So it is XXB COA instance. Okay. Chart of account instance. API name already informed you. What is API name here? Description. Okay, and it could be a dynamic combination creation allowed. Okay, this checkbox should be enabled because so that you can make the changes. Okay, and the structure I see here I'm assigning the structure. See, we have created one structure called as a. Is this the okay? Okay, is that the one? We have a two structure B02 or B02 structure. Yeah, it is a B02 structure, I think so. Automatically the segments will appear over here. Okay, you can see no, this is not the right one, right? This structure is not the right one. No, this is also not the right one. XX we have created. This is the structure, right? XXB COA structure, right? You can see now this is our company and department and account, right? And these are the value sets. So we have created a structure. I'll save and close. Now third step is to go for the deployment, right? Let's done. Now next step is what is the next step? Like here we have created the structure instance. The third or fifth step is deployment. So whenever we make any change in the structure of the flex field, we need to go for the deployment so that those changes will sync up with the across the system. So that is the reason even in EBS, you remember whenever we used to make any change in the attribute or segment, we used to go for the compilation, right? Same here, we need to go for the deployment, deploy the flex field. It will take around a minute of time. Meanwhile, I'm just, yeah, you can see.
How much time it will?
Yeah, it takes around 2 to 3 minutes or sometimes 5 minutes also.
I think it's done.
Yeah, it's almost done. I'm just waiting for the final message and then so that we can just say it's done. And there is no error. You can see here deployment in progress. Okay. It is still not enabled. So we have created the chart of account.